Hello everybody and welcome to Pravus Gaming and more Planet Coaster in... wait. I never named the park, did I? Uh-oh. That seems like a bit of an oversight. Currently it's just called Challenge Park. That's not good enough. It's not good enough at all. Okay, we need to think of a name. What are we going to name this thing? Let's see. We're kind of in an alpine mountainous region. Kind of on an island, I guess. Though people seem to arrive by deep dark tunnel. Kind of a lot of hilltops and stuff. I guess I could call this like... I don't know, hidden hilltop? I mean, that could be a thing, but it doesn't sound quite good enough. Oh, wait, no, of course, I know. We always have to use some sort of a German name, right? So, Heinrich's hidden hilltop. That seems like a mouthful, hang on. Heinrich's, Hydeaway. But we gotta spell it weird, because that's a tradition. So, Hydeaway. There we go. Heinrich's Hydeaway. That is the name of the park. It's perfect. I love it. Sort of. Kind of. I think it's good. Yes, we'll go with it. All right. So, in the last video, we built up a very small, meager park. It is generating a reasonable amount of money, and it looks beautimous, but we are going to need to expand well beyond this in the future. Now, I know I've used a lot of trees, and some people might complain that it kind of obscures the view, and you can't get a good sense of the grandeur of the park. I do this deliberately, because we're going to have to open up with our pathing toward a more wide open space with some sort of a centerpiece in the center. If there's anything I've learned from one of the Disney parks is that you need some sort of an iconic image. I'm not really sure what that's going to be yet, but we could take a little bit of time and plan out some of our pathing just so we'll have some idea how we're going to build the park. You know, kind of build out the major arteries with the pathway. At least that's the idea. Something like this probably is kind of what I'm thinking through. So you'll have something here in the center and then plenty of room for things to kind of branch off from there. The only problem is this is also kind of a terrible use of money right now because we kind of need our thousands of dollars. But just understand I'm going to be going for something probably along those lines in the future. For now, with $6,000, there's not a whole lot that we could afford to do. I mean, we could build apparently a Viking river house that I downloaded. And that looks pretty cool. I guess this counts as a track road ride of some sort. I'm not sure how. Doesn't look like there's any track to me. Seems like a bit of a misfiling there. Yeah, there's not a lot we can afford. I guess we could afford to do the boom boats, but we'd want to do some sort of theming for this too. Yeah, I don't know. I think we sit back for a little bit. We just kind of generate some income, kind of research a few more rides, and see where things are going to go from there. Speaking of which, we do have access to the twist and spin. So this gives us the scissor. Okay, sure, we'll take that. And small attractions, we get the small attractions facility. Oh, that's good. It looks like a claw machine? I'm not really sure what it is yet. And then rock out with the family. You know, I think this is a hint, after all, to what kind of ride you're going to get in the future. And I'm pretty sure this is like the Rocktopus, or whatever it's called. It's just a spinny ride that has rock music and an octopus theme, I think. Whatever. Point is, it's fun. We're going to go for the compressed air swinging. And I wouldn't mind getting some sort of a roller coaster. It's a little expensive, though. Maybe we should get something like a restaurant or a hotel going. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and grab the restaurant. Let's go ahead and learn how to make one of those. We do have a lot of hungry and thirsty guests. And I wouldn't mind having an area over here we can have a proper restaurant and get people to sit down, take a load off, and eat lots of our food. And I also think I'm going to save this area over here for a potential hotel, just because I'd like people to stay on base if possible. But we'll want to go ahead and isolate it with a bunch of trees and stuff so you don't hear people screaming all night long. Some people might be into that. I know that I would not be. We are having a lot of problems with thefts in these parks. I mean, one thing we could certainly do is hire up some more staff, right? More security guards who are just kind of wandering around looking for those no-do-gooders and then just throw them out. But alternatively, we could be setting up a bunch of security cameras. The advantage to these is they cost less per month to operate than, like, actual security guards. So that seems reasonable enough. And typically what I find happens is people are trying to steal kind of around the queue lines where a lot of people are bunched up. So if I go to, let's say, shops and facilities, no, it's scenery. Go to scenery, find some of these security cameras, and maybe place one of these down. Let's say, spin this around one over here or something like that. We'll spy on all the people and make sure no one is getting thefted. That's the idea, anyway. Fear not, people. We are spying on you for your own security, I promise. All right. Yeah, you know, it's interesting. It doesn't seem like things like the teacups are actually getting all that much attention. That is sort of the problem. We have created a system where there is a lot of excitement around these rides over here, but not a whole lot of people are going to be excited about teacups. Why go on the teacups when you can go on the zipper? Or whatever the freaking thing is called. I don't know. Anyway, the point is, some of these rides are not going to be quite as profitable. We're going to need to start drawing people more toward this side of the park if we want to get some good traffic here, kind of dilute the queue lines. So for that to work, we are going to need to get another ride down. Do we want to go ahead and place down the scissor? I guess we could. Alternatively, there's the Wild Blue. I know it doesn't have a ton of people riding it at any given time, only like a dozen or so. So it's going to have some long queue lines, but it does draw people over to this side of the park. Also, it kind of looks cool, and that's sometimes all that you need. So we're going to place you, let's say, right over here-ish. An entrance will go right up here, the exit down this way. Perfect. And then we'll connect it to the park. I have no doubt that these queue lines trigger some people because they're just like weird, arbitrary Kirby snakes. But you have to admit it's a little bit more aesthetically pleasing than those grid-patterned, soul-sucking queue lines you find in almost every other theme park. I don't know, I like this, and it also gives me an opportunity to have a good diversity of scenery. There we go, we'll just open this up for $9.50 or so. Seems perfectly fine. Okay, everyone get drawn to this side of the park. Pay no attention to the long queue lines over by the inverter. Walk over here, folks, right this way. Ah, good, we have some new things available for research. Restaurants, what do we get? Just a basic little booth. That counts as a restaurant for some reason, apparently. That's horrifying. Everyone gets stuck in a little closet eating together in tight spaces. Ugh. Is it a rocktopus? We got the rocktopus. See, I told you. Alright, they're just hints. Got it. Family ride. This one actually ends up being pretty popular half of the time. Do you want to go for the magical moments? I'm betting that's a carousel of some sort. How about the three-armed classic? We'll research more thrill rides, because more thrill rides are always a good idea. And you know what? Yeah, we will research the information kiosk real quick. It just helps people find their way a little bit, sell some maps maybe. Also, if we wanted to, we could actually set up some fast passes to let people skip a lot of the queue. That is certainly one thing we can do. I don't think I've left myself a lot of room to do that, and it's also a tiny bit scummy. But it's also a pretty good moneymaker. Couple more things that we can reveal. We get the hammer swing. Okay, that's another good thrill ride. The information kiosk is done. We're about to finish with a three-armed classic. I do see that some of my staff are having a bit of a workload problem, though, so we probably should give them some extra training and a raise for the next time that they go to the staff building, which they appear to be doing right now. You guys are more or less okay. Yeah, our mechanic is having a bit of trouble. We've been having some rides break down lately, and, well, he's not doing his job, apparently. So that's a thing. Let's go ahead and train up the security guard, try to catch those thefts a little bit more aggressively, and also train up our cleaner. So, yeah, actually, I find that training your staff, it's a very expensive thing to do once you get to the high levels, but it almost always is better just be training more effective staff than hiring tons and tons of staff. More cost-effective for what you get by a long shot. There's our rocktopus, by the way. It shoots little bubbles. Isn't that fun? Let's go ahead and research the hotel. Also a new type of food. Tiki Chiki, whatever the heck that is. Also reveal this. We get the Tri-Storm. Oh, good, another circular spinning ride. Good lord, we have a lot of those coming down the pipe, don't we? Let's go for a... Ooh, that's the Forge, I think. Soaring High? That could be kind of fun. Let's go for Soaring High. I don't know. It seems fine to me. All right, we're spending a lot of money on research, but look at all the money coming in right now. We're making a pretty tidy profit. Let's see. We should place down an information booth somewhere. Right over here seems like a pretty good candidate. It's got some nice space. We can tuck it in amongst some of the trees like so. That'll help people out a tiny little bit. As far as gift shops and stuff, I have downloaded some more content from the Steam Workshop, including some really fun things like this. This right here. This is a proper hat shop, okay? That's what it's supposed to look like. In fact, I'm actually tempted just to go ahead and place one down over here. Have better-looking shops and facilities. Should we just do it? I think we should probably just go ahead and do it. I'm going to place it right over here. Perfect. That's going to be our hat shop. Say goodbye to this stupid little booth. Nobody likes this thing. You're closed. And you know something? If we are going to be beautifying the area anyway, maybe we should just go ahead and get rid of this ugly staff building right here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and delete you. I think some of our workers might be a little bit peeved at me for that one, but I think they will forgive me once they see what I actually put down. Let's see. Can I get rid of this ugly-looking road? What the heck happened there? Ah, no, I messed a lot of things up. Hang on. That needs to go away. Shops and facilities, staff management, fairy tale staff building. Is it perfect? No. But it looks a lot better than what we had before, and that's going to have to do. Now, something I'm noticing is that our monthly profit appears to be dropping off of a cliff all of a sudden, so something's going on. What's wrong with our guests? They're mostly hungry and thirsty. All right, well, we're going to have to build some sort of a restaurant then, aren't we? Also, it seems that we're having a lot of things breaking down, and that tends to upset people quite a bit. It's probably time for us to go ahead and just hire up a second mechanic. Since the other guy apparently can't keep up with his responsibilities worth a dang thing, so we'll just go ahead and place you down there. Now, as far as a restaurant would be concerned, we should have some nice themed options available if I recall correctly. We do, sort of. We have the Parkside Cafe. I thought that I downloaded something much better than that off of the Steam Workshop, but apparently I did not. Hang on, let's go for food. Chief beef. I mean, we have something like this right here, which sure looks like it should be a restaurant, but I think it actually isn't technically. I think it's just a regular food and drink stand, which isn't quite what I was looking for. There's a medieval tavern. Now, that looks pretty sweet, doesn't it? How do people get to it? I don't know. Do we place, like, right here, for example? Maybe. What if we did something like this? Would this technically... I can see sort of the pathing inside, so would this technically allow people inside there? It might. I don't know. It's a little hard to tell. Small medieval-style restaurant. I mean, in theory, it sure as heck implies that it's a restaurant, doesn't it? It's also got restrooms attached, which is even better. Hang on. So if I build you something like this, you can see that I attach to the road. Barely, but I do. So we'll do something like that. It said Chief Beef. I don't want Chief Beef. Hang on. Can I possibly replace this? Select building. No, wait. No, don't select the entire building. How do I demolish? Edit building. Okay, I've never done this before, so this is going to be new for me. Hang on. So, Chief Beef, where are you? Because you need to go and replace with an actual restaurant. No, I don't want to look at that. I want to find... Where is he? Is it in there? I thought that was what it was. Hang on. Well, apparently I don't actually know how restaurants work, so we're going to go ahead and just place down this medieval tavern here. Is it expensive? Yes, absolutely, but it's going to increase my park rating overall, which means I think it's kind of worth it. The way the restaurants work, as far as I can tell, is you can place down this right here, and then there's these little restaurant expansions, which look very nondescript, and I think the entire point is you're supposed to be surrounding it with some sort of a building. I might need to go back on the Steam Workshop and see if I can find something that specifically does serve the restaurant-type building. There's a lot of tags. If you ever try browsing that thing, there's a lot of tags, so it's easy to get confused and think that you had it figured out, and it turns out you absolutely do not. Okay, let's see what else we have researched. We've got Soaring High is the Zozo ride. Don't really know what that one is. The Tiki Chiki or whatever it's called is another type of brand of shop. All right, and we also are going to unlock the hotel, which again is just a creepy little box that you can stay in for an exorbitant price. Love it. Let's see. Missy Good, Pip Shot, Looney Balloons. Okay, maybe we should just go ahead and research a new type of roller coaster. Runaway, Pinnacle of Speed, Vintage Cheese, The Power of Rubber. I don't know what any of that means. How about Reborn to Loop? Yes, that seems like a good use of time and money. Act of vandalism scene. Aw, what are people doing? You destroyed my park bin. How dare you? I demolish. Oh, good. We actually were able to repay our loan completely. You know, we had to pay an extra $3,333.33, but the loan is done, which means if I want to, I could totally take out some more loans and build even bigger parks. Ooh, that sounds like a fun idea. You know how before I was complaining that the teacups didn't seem to have a lot of interest? Seems to have changed a little bit. Oh, good, another $2,000 this month. We seem to be doing pretty well, I would say. Tossed in a bit of extra restrooms and other staff buildings since my staff couldn't find any place with more capacity. Overall, the park is starting to look pretty darn good. I like it, but it's probably time to start working toward another roller coaster, don't you think? Something like the Screamer might be pretty good. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. We'll make it a tiny bit higher, place it right around over here. All right, so that's our next roller coaster. It's a little bit big. Is there any chance that we'll be able to fit in an extra coaster? Totally not. That's unfortunate. If I reduce the number of cars per train, no, there's still not enough block sections, but still, 2 running at any given time, it might be okay. I'm going to go ahead and reduce this down to a 95-second wait time if at all possible. Make sure that we are inspecting every 10 minutes. We'll worry about placing down the roads in a moment, but for now, let's actually test the ride, because I kind of want to see what this one is like. All right, we ready to go? I think we're ready to look at that smile on your face. You're getting a raise. All right, here we go. Why is this called the American Arrow? I thought this was called the Screamer. I was told this was called the Screamer. It's fine. It is very patriotic, though. You gotta admit. Those are some good-looking colors. All right, this is a long wait. Hang on. Speed up time. Speed up time. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And here we go. Okay. Are we ready for the terror? That is the first drop. Think so. Down we go. And whee! Okay. Oh, right into a gigantic loop-de-loop with some pretty good hang time there, too, which increases the terror factor. That just looks hazardous, by the way. That little bar just crossing right over our head. It's like I kind of feel like maybe we could touch that if someone was raising their hands. I could hit it. Lots of lawsuits pending. This has a lot of loops and corkscrews. It's also not outrageously fast, which sometimes is good and sometimes it's not. It really depends. But I suspect this is going to end up being a pretty good ride. It's got like an excitement value of about 6 or something like that, which, while not the absolute best, is pretty darn good. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Look at that. Ooh, that's a complicated twist and turn right there. Okay, and about here's where the ride should be ending. That's not bad. Hey, that's not bad at all. I kind of like it. Okay, lovely. So we just need to go ahead and get the entrance path in there. Now, one thing I haven't shown, which is probably worth taking a look at. Let's get this guy in there. Okay, we should be able to open the ride now. I just got some achievements that got in the way. But what you can do when you're looking at a roller coaster like this is you should be able to go to things like testing, and real time you can watch things that are happening as far as the excitement value and stuff and fear. Give you a pretty good idea of like what areas of the roller coaster are the most intense and the most exciting. For example, we're about to go back down the big drop right here. Actually, it's waiting for a block. There we go. Woo! Look at that excitement value. Over 10. That's amazing. I didn't even know that was possible. Yeah, it stays pretty exciting for most of the time, and the fear stays very middle of the road, so in a lot of ways, this is actually a fantastic roller coaster in the way that it's been designed. I like that a lot. The weird thing is, for some reason, I can't open it. Oh, right, that's because I haven't actually placed an entrance or anything. Right, okay, let's do that first. Let's see, entrance will go probably right up over here, and the exit will go right over here where I anticipated is letting people off, like so. There we go. Now people are starting to get excited. Okay, another gigantic roller coaster to add to the park's repertoire. Looks pretty legit, doesn't it? And that should end up being a pretty nice cash grab for us going forward. Actually, speaking of cash, maybe one thing we should do is just go ahead and toss in another one of them ATMs or something, you know, so we can get ourselves a bit of extra money. Because realistically, that's all that I care about. We'll just go ahead and toss, whoop, hang on. Toss a little ATM action right over here. That seems pretty good. Okay, now people can have no excuse not to pull out the $14 it requires to ride the Screamer / American Arrow, who really knows what's going on. But anyway, okay, so we're looking pretty good. Next thing I think we want to do probably is start working toward getting those proper restaurants and hotels up and a-running. Because, you know, we have some challenges, and if I can complete those challenges, that generally results in me getting some free money, and I like free money. There we go. I added in another little wing to the park area, just kind of here in the back section, give people a place to go with a really nice shop that actually has 3 entrances right here. Also, a new little ride, which seems kind of cool. Let's ride it for a second. Oh, I can't see a dang thing that's going on. We appear to be stuck in some sort of a cage. Let's take a look at this. There we go. Oh, wow. It actually spins you around a lot. This appears to only host 8 people at a time, though, so this is going to end up being a very long and unpleasant queue involved for everyone. Okay, seems like a fun little carnival ride. I'm going to raise the ticket price and hope that some of you guys get priced out of this so you don't take up the entire queue for the next, 4 hours, because that's exactly what's about to happen. Now, I did say that we wanted to have some sort of a hotel in here, so if you go to the shops, there's actually a few blueprints that I've downloaded that seem to be pretty nice. I mean, we do have, like, the Fairy Tale Hotel, and, that looks pretty good. Alternatively, we have a freaking castle, and since this is, of course, Heinrich's Hydeaway, I think we gotta place down the castle, guys. The castle just seems like where it is at, so we're gonna place you probably right over here or so, like that. $10,000 for that freaking castle. Is that a good use of money? Probably not. But it's gonna look really awesome. And then we'll just go ahead and place down a few pathings. It's just gonna... That's a little bit too long. Hang on. Let's go like this. And then up through around over here if possible. Come on. Why does it need to be so difficult? There we go. Something like this should be fine, and then something that goes kind of around like this. And that's how you get to Heinrich's Hideaway, and that's going to be our hotel. I don't really know how well the hotel is going to do, but, I mean, if it makes me some money and people want to stay inside of a castle in our park, you know, awesome. Heinrich is happy to receive you. Okay, so we do have a hotel that's up and running. Apparently right now it's not making me a whole lot of money, but it does have a bunch of active perks. We have room service, restaurants, internet access, a spa, gym, arcade. Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know you could have all these awesome things in here. Also, they think that the luxury rooms and stuff are really cheap. Well, I can't really abide by that, can I? I'm going to charge you at least $40 a night for a regular room and $60 a night for a luxury. Absolute minimum. Priority pass required. Nah, we're not going to do any of that. That doesn't seem very fair. And then, yeah, look at all these services we have. Cool. Oh, it's awesome. We can have all sorts of awesome stuff inside this hotel. Also, the restaurant is up and running, which means now I can claim at least a couple of rewards. The restaurant with 2 rooms is done. The hotel with 2 rooms is done. Now we just need people to visit my hotel for a couple of months, and we'll get an extra bit of cash. All right, this seems like a pretty good place to end this video. The park is developing very nicely, I would say. Quite a bit of infrastructure added in. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope that you did enjoy today's video, and if so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Hit that notify bell if you want to see my future content. And I, as always, will see you guys next time.